Hello guys, it's me, Stark, and I'm here to talk about the Teuton Tower Rush. This year, there was a tournament called Medieval Masters, hosted by Mario Ovale, as you can see, who was casted by many players, including T90, the one where we are actually watching here, rewatching the game. Basically, this tournament was won by Mr. Yo, and when the series was tied in 2 points for each player, the map chosen here was Arena. Hera had the Burgundians, a very popular civilization for Arena, known for having great economy, and Mr. Yo did took here the Teutons. Some things were quite new here, like the chicken funnel, which Mr. Yo was using here, but Hero was just going for the regular approach. And one thing that did really caught my attention here on this game is that Mr. Yo went for the Teuton Tower Rush. So basically, during Feudal Age, he would actually click around 20 population here and send 8 villagers forward to then attack Hera with the Trush. As you can see on the economy that he left behind, he still had 6 villagers on the food, 4 villagers on the wood, and 1 villager on the stone. He also didn't scout Hera, so there is actually some flaws in his execution. It was not like a perfect game, but strategically wise, it was a great game indeed. He finally spotted Hera, and he did start to harass Hera. Hera actually went for the Feudal Age, and his strategy was to go for the Feudal Age boom. So as you can see, he was already upgrading both Reviplow and Bowsaw, which would increase the efficiency of his farms and also the efficiency of his woodcutters. So basically he had 13 woodcutters here with 2 upgrades, and he was already farming up with the Reviplow. So economically there was like no way that he wouldn't be ahead of Mr. Yo. Yo did start by placing a tower close to his walls and started to attack it with villagers and also the tower, while Hero was just developing, and then Hero started to defend his base here using walls, palisade walls, houses, and so on. So far so good, but he wasn't even reacting here by adding up enemy towers. Mr. Yo was truly investing here into the towers, so not only he did invest here in Town Watch to have extra line of sight, but also in fletching so that his towers would have extra range. He did start making a tower there that would actually target 2 from the farms of Hera. This was a great tower. It would give him some good access here, the good map control on Hero's map. And Hero was yet not reacting with a single tower. So how did he react? He tried in during most of the time to just buy time. Right here you can see that Hero has built a house wall on the right side and a single watch tower, and this is actually gonna backfire very badly. Mr. Yo starts building a tower on the same within the range of Hero's tower. He already places there a house to make it difficult in case that Hero tried to counterattack by sending multiple villagers. But the thing is, since Mysterio did have the fletching, it means that his tower would actually outrange Hero's tower, and he would actually be able to hit repairers. So if Hero had any villager trying to repair this tower, because of its placement, would actually be able to kill the repairers. Knowing that, Hero actually starts to make a tower behind. So far, he's doing a great approach to defend here. He's actually going for a back tower, as we have spoken on the previous video. So basically, he's just trying to wall and buy time while developing his economy. Hero still has no loom, so very difficult to risk villagers. He knows that his villagers are eventually gonna get tested, so he did start making here the loom. I know guys, the game has no sound. I'm not casting the
Now,
record game,
he'll see the other tower from Hera, and he says, let's just do that again.
and you do not want to hear T90 here. If you want to go to his casting, you can just go to his channel, towards his channel. I just want to show the strategy here. So basically, what Yo is doing here is advancing with towers, making these tower line here. And the idea of the towers is that every Teuton tower should be able to take down a Burgundian tower. I think that the game could actually go in a lot of different ways. Right here, what I think that Hero should have done. I think that one, Hero should have kept collecting stone. He's not. Two, I think that Hero should have sent 1 or even 2 villagers to keep repairing this tower right there. If he kept 2 villagers repairing this bottom tower that is getting attacked here, I believe that he would just buy time and Yo would have no play. I mean, if the tower doesn't go down, Yo cannot advance. game is okay for Hira, and then he can go to the castle age and use different weapons such as the mangonels. So this would actually be my plan. But Hira had different plans here. Went for a very unorthodox approach. Knowing that he had a crazy good economy, he did invest into a barracks, he did invest into a stable, and he started to make scouts. So yes, his idea, guys, was to mass scouts and then perhaps use a combination of scouts and villagers. He's Burgundian, so he cannot upgrade bloodlines, but he can upgrade the armor. So he was going for upgraded armor. And meanwhile, Mr. Yu was just keeping his attack going on, now adding another tower. I know he could just rush here, kill the houses, but he was slowly advancing. He was going for a steady and slow push here against Hira. This tower would actually give him access to all this area and make it very difficult for Hira to defend. And of course, he did start attacking the houses. After some time, after killing the houses, Hero showed his scouts, and Mr. Yu reacted in a very smart ways. He did block Hero access to his towers by adding stone walls. Yes, gates and stone walls would just say, hey man, it doesn't matter how many scouts you have. If you try to jump on my towers, I'm going to kill you. So trying to go for the melee options against the towers, guys, especially on feudal age, is quite difficult because you cannot have a guarantee that you're gonna bypass the stone walls. And of course, knowing that he was playing against scouts, Mr. Yo invested into a barracks, invested also into an armor, and started making spearmen. Game kept going on for a while. Remember that hero economy was quite good, and he did use this good economy to click up towards the next age faster than Mr. Yo. But meanwhile, Mr. Yo didn't felt intimidated by any of that and just kept slowly advancing with this chain of towers. So there was his chain of towers advancing while protecting the villagers, shielding here the villagers using some garrisoned villagers and of course a big pack of spearmen. If you had like 5 spearmen against 6 scouts, his odds were pretty good. And he also upgraded the attack from the spearmen as well, while also upgrading wheelbarrow at home. Hira did manage to buy another tower to try and buy extra time. Eventually he went to the castle age. And Mr. Yo now would have to deal with light cavalry that were trying to get his back line. Of course, the spearmen still perform very well against castle age units, and the towers from Mr. Yo, since they were grouped here, made it very difficult for Hero to defend. He was now stopping more than 10 or 12 farms, idling more than 10 or 12 farms, did click to the castle age and was adding now a stable, thinking that perhaps he would have to play with knights. So not only he's going for the chain of towers, slowly advancing and managing to cripple Hero's economy, but he was also managing to counter each one of Hero moves. Hero went for light cavalry, okay, Yo reacted by adding spearmen. Hero went for siege, Yo reacted by adding here a stable that he would later use during the castle age. Let's advance a bit more towards castle age. Hero was finally with his 3 mangonels pushing down the tower, so he's using the defense method that I feel like my favorite, going for the mangonels and killing the towers one by one. But here's the deal, if you do not go for a fast castle, and if you do take way too long to make this method work, the Teuton can actually reach the next age. The Teuton can actually reach castle age, and during the castle age, the Teuton can do many things. For example, adding a knight, which he can use to snipe down the mangonels, and upgrading the towers. Right here, Mr. Yo did upgrade Bodkin Arrow, so his towers were shooting stronger, and he also did upgrade now the university, and he was about to upgrade Guard Tower. So if you cannot clean out the Teuton chain of towers with the mangonels during a moment of the game where you are on the castle age and the Teuton is on feudal age, you will probably fail if you try to do that on the castle age. Here we are, it's castle age, and now Mr. Yo has guard towers. A few knights combined with guard towers can be quite dangerous here. The guard towers do resist more shots and they do deliver more damage. So the mangonels here are struggling to push. It's very difficult to stop that with mangonels, and now the push continues. It's the same strategy. The only thing is that Yo is upgrading his towers and his other units. Hero is still reacting the same way. Let's advance a bit more. There it is. Now Hero is actually going for light cavalry, trying to get the enemy mangonel, and Mr. Yo is defending using a combination of his towers and also mangonels. With the mangonels, you can actually deliver some healing shots here and cripple the enemy siege, as you just saw, and the towers can just try to finish the job. Whenever a tower fall, you just go back to the other one, and he has a very solid position here to keep playing and keep harassing. Here is having to repair his mangonel with several villagers, and that does take a lot of resources. He cannot just keep dancing here with the cavalry because they are eventually taking some damage, so he also has to use monks to keep healing them. And while all of that is happening, he's not being able to develop his economy properly because Iyo is still occupying his map. There goes the Teuton, now upgraded with pikemen. There are the mangonels getting stopped here by Yo's mangonel. Many light cavalry losing their lives, and now masonry, another upgrade from the university that can also boost the hit points from the tower. So this approach is very complete. Right now, Hero still has no good answer to push back Mr. Yo. His Castle Age Siege is losing its power. The more Yo upgrades his towers, the less chances Hero has to take them down using the Castle Age weapons. And since he's under a lot of pressure and having to make a lot of army, because if he doesn't, he's gonna die to Pikeman Mangonel, he actually cannot go towards Imperial Age to even try to play with bomber cannons. There you can see that the towers now with the upgrades, once they got garrisoned, they can easily take down a Mangonel while still resisting the shots from it. Very good job here by both players, but especially by Mr. Yo. This tower is finally gonna go down, but the cost for Hero is so heavy here. He's still playing with a single TC. I didn't mention it, but his initial TC died to the combination of tower and mangonels here. So he's playing with only one TC, while Mr. Yo is already adding the third here on his base. He's not going for an all-in, guys. He's already starting to boom behind, while Hero is still struggling and even losing siege. It does take a lot of resources, it does take a lot of time, and it's very difficult to play this way against the Teutons. Advancing a bit more, now Hero has a big army of mangonels, and even with fewer mangonels than him, Mr. Yo can still hold his ground. Hero, guys, hasn't yet conquered back his own base. He's still getting punished and pressured on his own base. So this is basically how the Teuton late game should go. Just upgrading, just going for siege, pikemen. Now Mr. Yo is adding knights and not allowing his opponent to develop here. A good move for Hero was actually going for the 30C on the outer part here, because he needs to expand his economy. Game keeps going on. Hero is now trying to go for a castle to actually kill many of the towers and defend. Good mangonel job here he did by killing the mangonels from Mr. Yo. So his micro and army control are being very helpful here, but he's still very behind on the economy because he still hasn't recovered his own base. Such a nice approach here. Finally a castle where he can actually place some Costilier and will actually stop, at least for now, the aggression from Mr. Yo. The game keeps going on, Yo is just raiding, now adding a forward castle and clicking to Imperial Age. So yes, if you do allow the Teuton to develop, at some point you have nowhere to go. After receiving a lot of damage and knowing that he was very behind on the economy, Hero did realize that Mr. Yo was already on the way to Imperial Age and he wouldn't be able to handle the trap shots. So basically guys, if you do not use those techniques to defend, like buying time to go for the mangonels or something like that, feudal age army like Hero did, especially the melee one, will often fail to stop this strategy. So that was basically what I wanted to show, that this strategy is valid and can be used in high level games, especially tournaments, to actually put you ahead against the top one in the world. And this Mysterio ended up winning this tournament. I'm just gonna leave the link to this casted game by T90, so you can just relieve the game here and the emotions from that day, and of course the full brackets of the tournament, so that you guys can enjoy.